matter, we had one additional request for party status from Jim McDermott of 1025 Dunvegan Road. Mr. McDermott lives about a half a mile from the site. He is already a part of the Neighbors for Crebilly party request, but he has asked for it individually. Mr. Edelman, you had a chance to speak with him and to review the party status form. Do you have any objection?
No objection based on his property location.
All right, thank you. Mr. McDermott, you will be admitted as a party. All right, one other housekeeping matter. Typically at this point with Ms. Stewart, we would begin cross-examination of the witness by anyone who is a party, or for purposes of tonight, whoever has requested party status. It's 9:35 and there's no way we would finish that this evening. In lieu of beginning the cross-examination, the applicant has offered to sort of go out of order and to offer their stormwater witness for this evening. And Mr. Edelman promises me he will finish at or close to 10 o'clock with that witness. He will then bring both of those witnesses back with him in March so that any party will have an opportunity to cross-examine and question those witnesses. So you will not lose that chance. I'd like to go ahead and allow him to do so. I've spoken with the board and they're in agreement with that process. So, Mr. Edelman, if you wouldn't mind going ahead and calling your stormwater witness, please.
Sure, absolutely, thank you. I'd like to call Jeff Madden to testify, please, and be sworn. Jeff, please state your name and business address for the record.
I do.
Okay, please state your name and business address for the record.
Jeffrey Madden, business address is 250 Gibraltar Road, Suite 2E, Horsham, PA, 19044.
Mr. Madden, get real close to that microphone, please.
Yes, sir.
And make sure you speak slowly, please. Thank you. Jeff, I'd like to show you, and it's in the binder in front of you, what I've marked as Exhibit A12. Could you identify that for the record, please?
That is my curriculum vitae.
Okay, and could you please tell the board about your educational background?
I have a civil engineering degree from Drexel University.
Okay, and could you please tell the board about your professional experience?
My professional experience is 20 years of civil engineering, working in several states on large residential subdivisions pertaining to roads, grading, storm sewer, storm water, and E&S.
Okay, and are you a registered or licensed professional engineer in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania?
Yes, I am.
And by whom are you employed and in what capacity?
ESE Consultants, Inc., and I am a senior project engineer.
Okay, and how long have you been with the ESE?
Roughly 20 years.
Okay. As part of your regular employment duties, do you design and engineer site plans and layouts for subdivisions and land development?
Yes, I do.
And in doing so, do you interpret and apply ordinances and regulations?
Yes, I do.
And do you also, I think you just testified, design and engineer and permit stormwater management systems?
Yes, I do.
And I'd offer Jeff Madden as an expert in civil engineering and site design and open him up for questioning.
Thank you, Mr. Edelman. I don't believe the board has any qualification questions for the witness. Does any member or potential party? Yes, Mr. Crawford.
It'll be limited to stormwater at this time.
Anyone else? All right, hearing none, Mr. Madden will be admitted as an expert. He was in civil engineering and site design?
That's correct.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jeff, what's your involvement in the proposed development?
I'm the lead preparer of the plans for the subdivision.
Okay, and are you the project engineer?
Correct.
Okay, did you engineer the stormwater management system for the conditional use plan?
Yes, I did.
And what ordinances and regulations did you review in preparing the stormwater management design?
Chapter 144 of the Stormwater Management Ordinance, the PADEP Chapter 102 Stormwater Regulations.
Okay, I'd like to show you what I've marked as Exhibit A13. Can you identify that for the record, please?
Yes. That is the Stormwater Management Narrative for Crebilly Farm, dated October 2016.
And is that your seal on the first page?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so did you prepare this stormwater management narrative?
Yes, I did.
And Was it submitted with the conditional use application?
Yes, it was.
And was it subsequently revised?
Yes, it was.
And why was it revised?
In regards to the township engineer's response.
Okay, and are you referring to, I think it's Exhibit A10, December 9, 2016 McCormick-Taylor letter?
That's correct.
Okay, and was the revision included as part of Exhibit A11 that Ms. Stewart previously testified to, the ESE January 31 response letter?
That's correct.
If you could give the board and the public a general overview of how you went about designing the stormwater management system for the proposed development, and if you need to refer to any plans that were previously submitted, please let us know and we'll have them put up on the aerial.
Sure. This plan is fine. This is Exhibit A6, the rendered sheet 4A of the plan set. The subdivision itself of the 322 acres, a majority of the site drains toward the western property to a culvert under South New Street. Roughly 300 plus acres drain to that. And the other portion of the site for stormwater management is roughly 10 plus acres, which drain to the east to, again, to a culvert, which is underneath Route 202, Wilmington Pike. The site characteristics are generally woods and row crops. They were used as the cover for the stormwater management of the pre-developed existing conditions. Woods were used, but as part of the ordinance requirement, the row crops were converted to meadow to classify for the pre-development flows.
And what watershed or watersheds is the property located in?
The property to the, again, a large portion of the property to the west that goes under South New Street drains to the Radley Run, which is part of the Brandywine Creek watershed. That's classified as warm water fishes and migratory fishes. Sorry, warm water fishes and migratory fishes. I'll try to slow down. And the eastern portion of the site drains to the Chester Creek, which is part of the Chester Creek watershed. And those are trout stocking fisheries and migratory fisheries.
Okay, so neither of the watersheds are high quality or exceptional value?
That is correct.
Okay. And did you consider the suitability of the soils on the site for stormwater purposes?
Yes, we did. We considered the soils for infiltration.
Okay, I'd like to direct your attention to what I've marked as Exhibit A14. And could you identify that document for the record, please?
That is a report for preliminary geotechnical exploration for the Crebilly farm by GTA Associates dated August 2016.
Okay. And what did GTA evaluate and what did they conclude?
They evaluated the infiltration testing and in generality, the overall site is conducive to infiltration.
Okay. And how do those findings relate to your proposed stormwater management design?
We used their testing results to design the basins with the minimum infiltration of 1/2 inch per hour, and in meeting the department, the DEP, and the township regs.
Okay. And did you include this report in your stormwater management narrative submitted to the township?
Yes, we did.
How does your stormwater management system, or how does the proposed stormwater management system function?